It took me nearly a year to build my email list to 1,000 people in my real estate coaching business. And then it took me 2 years to add on another 54,000 people. What did I learn along the way? Well, basically that yes, lead magnets are great. Yes, webinars are great. And yes, free valuable content is great. And what I found is there is one thing that allows you to be able to make your list viral, to be able to promote anything you want and make money just about whenever you want. So maybe you're a new real estate coach or looking to become a new real estate coach, and you've heard that lead magnets are the best ways to add to your list. You're right, it's absolutely true. The thing about it is it's kind of like a fade pass. It's gonna get you a first down. I'm using football references. I hope you're sticking with me on this. The problem is that we got 100 yards to go. Do I want to throw 10 fade passes and just keep on building one little bit at a time? Or do I want to throw a Hail Mary? So let's break down the fade pass just for a second. Let's say you are pumping out content and your YouTube videos or your podcasts are getting 1,000 views, 1,000 downloads. That's great. It's phenomenal. And at the end of the day, maybe about 300 people actually relate to the lead magnet that you are offering up. It's not because you're not talking to your audience specifically, it's just that they're at a point in their business where 30% of them are ready to take that leap. Well, maybe half of those people are in the middle of driving right now to work, or they missed what the thing was. They didn't quite understand it. And so for that reason, they're just not quite ready to download your lead magnet and get on your list. So I'm gonna assume maybe in the neighborhood of half or maybe 100 of those people could actually use it right now. Well, human nature is that I'm just not gonna go download it quite yet. I'm stubborn, I don't wanna do it. So 10 or 20 people download it. That's great. If you're making one video per week, you're adding, call it 40 to 80, maybe even 100 people to your list every single month. It's phenomenal. You could have buyers, you could have multiple buyers in there. But how about we get like 1,000 per month? How about we get 1,000 per day? That's what I was seeing by giving you this hack. I saw sometimes 1,000 people per day added to my list. Think about the power that that brings. But even with this one secret hack that I'm about to show you, you still are going to need lead magnets. You're still going to need to create these things that are going to bring people onto your list, bring people value. And so for that reason, you're gonna need Go High Level. I talk about it a lot. This has been my #1 CRM that I've used in my business for a long time now. It collects emails, it automates the email sequences once they get onto your email list. It drives them down funnels to eventually become customers. You can make landing pages. You can integrate all of your communications all into one. Thing about this for a second. You've got your email, you've got your calendar, you've got your Instagram, you got your TikTok, you got your YouTube comments, all of that in one and all able to respond from one. Pretty magical. Plus it eliminates all the need for different types of software and it integrates it all into one, saving you money. You don't need Calendly anymore. You don't need to go and get another community. You can do it all here in Go High Level. And I've given you a free 30-day trial. Thanks to Go High Level. Thank you for offering that to our audience down below, but it's also gonna give you a free training on how to make your first funnel, how to make that first automated email sequence. That link is down below, but now you've waited long enough. You've been patient. Thank you. The #1 hack that I have for blowing up your list is build a free community. And no, I'm not talking about bringing people into your home or doing meetups. I'm talking about a free online community. The #1 that blew up for me was my Facebook group for Airbnb. It still can be found today, STR Masterminds. Go take a look. It was at 150,000 people, and a third of those people were invited to share their email. Actually, all those people were invited to share their email, and a third shared their email. Why? Because when you get integrated into Facebook groups, what happens? Have you ever tried to invite yourself to a Facebook group or add yourself to a Facebook group? It asks you, why are you here? What can we help you with? Oh, by the way, what's your email address? We'd love to send you more value. A third of the people said yes, and they gave their email address and were in our email list. This was beautiful. And what's great about Facebook and why I recommend Facebook is that it can go viral. If you can promote this Facebook group on your channel and everything, that's great. If you don't want to do Facebook, if you want to do Discord, if you want to do free WhatsApp groups, if you want to do a free community, maybe in school, I love school as well for our communities. The thing about those is that you have to promote those and you're relying on your channel, your platform to go viral in order for those groups to go viral. Facebook pumps money into Facebook to keep people on Facebook. So what do they want to do? They want to keep people in your group, so they will push people to your group. If you type in Airbnb on Facebook, boom, all the Airbnb groups pop up and mine is right there towards the top. So Would you like to be searchable? Well, then I would do a free Facebook group. Now in this next step, they're going to share their email address. So you're thinking to yourself, wow, like, am I just copying and pasting email addresses from all the membership questions? Nope. There's a great tool that we use called Group Funnels, and it allows you to just export all those emails and add them to your list. So go check that out. We don't get paid by Group Funnels. So just Google Group Funnels. I think it's just groupfunnels.com as well. It adds straight to your Facebook as a plugin and just exports right to your list. If you're not doing a Facebook group, but instead are doing Discord or Instagram, something like that, you can use Tatsu. I've never used it myself, Tatsu. But this is a great way to be able to do kind of the same thing as Group Funnels. But what I would really recommend instead, if you're going to do Discord, or even if you're going to do a Facebook group, make a landing page, make it a lead magnet. So when I'm talking to you about this, I actually have my own Facebook group. I'd love to invite you to our Facebook group. So if you want to be a part of a free community, I got to practice what I preach, right guys? If you want to be a part of a free community of coaches helping coaches, that's exactly what it's called. And I'd love for you to come join it. Click on the link down below and it'll take you straight to that Facebook group. So there you go. Just do exactly what I just did. Turn your Facebook group into a landing page so that when you talk about it on your YouTube channel, when you talk about it on your podcast, when you talk about it on your Instagram, you can just send people to that link so you're not telling them to go search for your Facebook group and then they can't find it and then they never become a part of it. Give them a direct link on a landing page. And by the way, because you do that, you're actually going to collect their email address before they even go to the Facebook group. So another way to make sure that you collect their information and add them to your list. Now, community is nothing without you. So that's the third thing I want to talk about is you have to nurture your community. If you just think you're going to open a Facebook group and let everyone talk and they all add value themselves, well, you're missing the point. You need to be seen as an authority in this group. You need to be active. Go in 10, 15 minutes a day, see who's posted, see who's commented, see if anyone's DM'd you, add value, answer their questions, but also provide, if I were you, I would do daily tips. You can do a cadence of, hey, Monday is going to be a story about a client of mine. Tuesday is going to be, here's my number one tip for how to do X, Y, and Z. Day number 3 is engagement. Vote below on what you think the best way to do A, B, and C is. You can do this cadence where it essentially you're just copying and pasting the ideas, but doing a new take on it every single week. That makes it easy. That structure there made it really easy for me because a lot of times I get in my Facebook group and I just be like, okay, what do I post? But when I had a structure of, okay, Mondays are engagement posts, then I could do just that. Oh, Fridays are lifestyle posts. I can just post a picture of myself and my wife and my kid at the beach, right? Those are the things that you can start to look at and structure so that it takes kind of the guesswork out of it. That makes it super simple. Now, I would also consider doing weekly lives. Lives are a great way for you to continue to build a relationship with people because when you do a live, what happens? Well, you get to invite people to engage with you, ask questions, and you can answer them right there. You could just go live and say, hey, it's a Q&A session. What questions do you have, guys? You can promote it a day or two before. Throw a little post on there, hey, I'm going live Friday at 4 o'clock. Make sure you're there if you have any questions. And you're gonna do this, again, with an abundance mindset of I'm gonna give away the best information for free because people will see that and they'll say, hey, if this is free, what is it like paying for this guy and his offer? Or they might just say, hey, I don't care what the offer is. All I know is that this is the guy I wanna work with. And then a bonus in this, and a lot of people do this, you probably are familiar with it, hire setters to DM people within the group. Especially those membership questions. Just about every Facebook group I join now that has any significant size, I'm always getting a DM right after that from a setter who says, hey, I noticed on that question about what are you struggling with, you said X, Y, and Z. I was wondering if you'd like me to send you a resource about that. And these setters, they go in and they just drive people to resources, they drive people to more value, and that allows them to eventually say, hey, I keep seeing you commenting. I think it'd be good for us to just get on a quick phone call to talk about how we can accelerate your learning curve. And those setters, of course, you know, this is pie in the sky down the road. I wouldn't even focus in on this right now. This is why this is a bonus. This will eventually be how you partially automate your sales process. But in the beginning, it's best for you to engage because people are seeing it's a new group. They see your face in the group and they say, I want to talk to that person. I don't want to talk to this random guy who might even not live in the United States for all they know. So if you do this and you nurture this group, then when you take it to the next step, which is my favorite, webinars. I would promote webinars every single week. When I was in my flow of my Facebook group and I was posting and posting and posting, anytime I posted a webinar, hey, we're gonna go live Wednesday at 6 p.m. Make sure you join us. I think at some point I had like 600 people registering for these webinars. I would make a few $1,000 every single Wednesday night because I would add value in the Facebook group. I'd invite to a webinar. On the webinar, I would speak to mindset limitations and solve problems and then drive them to my offer or some version of a lower ticket offer. Those are what work best on webinars, by the way. And it was a beautiful thing to just know that, hey, every Wednesday I'm gonna have this webinar, I'm gonna promote it in my Facebook group, and tons of people are going to register. But that doesn't happen unless you are in there on, I don't even wanna say it has to be daily. It is best if it's daily, but just some regular consistency of adding value in that group and building relationships. Webinars, don't forget about that. And by the way, my favorite is Webinar Jam. Again, I don't get paid by them, but Webinar Jam was what I used to collect emails from people. By the way, yeah, don't just do your webinars in your Facebook group. Actually invite people to a webinar platform so you can collect their information. And then the webinar tools are super cool too, because you can add your offer, you can add photos, you can add clocks and countdowns, things like that. So Webinar Jam is what I would check out. And my last tip in this group, people are there for free, so stop trying to make them a customer right away. What I mean by that is just don't sell very often, like very rarely. Twice a year maybe. And even when you do that, you go live and you say, hey guys, I wouldn't be selling this, I wouldn't be telling you about this if I wasn't extremely excited about how much it could help you. If you make your Facebook group all about selling, then people will immediately stop engaging in there. The worst thing you can do is kill your Facebook group. That I've seen that happen as well. If you have a dead Facebook group, trying to revive the dead is nearly impossible. But if you just go in and you promote it as value, webinars, and then, oh, by the way, every once in a while, I've got something I'm really excited about and I would feel bad if I didn't give you the offer on this. That to me is the key in doing this Facebook group, is that you just focus on everything that your avatar needs. You give to them without asking for anything in return. And the reciprocated value of what that does and how that 10x's over time to where people get into the webinars and they become customers. Can't tell you how many people from that 150,000 became customers, but all I needed was 1%. Think about this: if you get if you have a $10,000 offer, okay, and you get even just 1,000 members in your Facebook group, if you sell 1%, a $10,000 offer, that's $100,000. Is that worth it? I think that's worth it. And that's just 1,000 members now. What happens when they get results and they're talking about it and they're promoting you to their friends, and the exponential kind of ripple effect that has, not even directly in the Facebook group, but outside of the Facebook group as well. That's the beauty of a free community. So just be sound in that foundation of, I'm not gonna try to sell people in my Facebook group. Have this abundance mindset and let the rest of it take care of itself.